Bernie Sanders this week has called for the complete abolition of medical debt here in the United States, which of course medical debt is a uniquely American thing. This is not something that you have in other countries, certainly not to the degree that we have it here in the United States. Medical debt is one of the leading causes of bankruptcy here in the United States, and it is also one of the leading causes of bad credit. Last week, we had three credit reporting agencies, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. They came out and announced that, to be nice to the American public, they're no longer going to keep medical debt on your credit report that was sent to a collections agency once you've paid it off. Oh, how nice of them. I've paid off the debt, so thankfully you're not going to count it against me anymore. Thank you, corporate overlords, for being so kind and generous. And Bernie Sanders, based on this announcement from last week, has come out and said, thank you, of course, to these companies, but we got to abolish all medical debt. The numbers, by the way, are staggering. There's roughly $140 billion in medical debt being held among Americans right now. 46% of Americans owe medical debt. 57% of those owe at least $1,000. $1,000. Let me tell you a personal story here about medical debt. 2 years ago, 1 year ago, my wife and I had talked about the fact that we wanted to buy a new house. We were finally in a position we thought we could do it. So I go through all the hoops, apply for loans, all of this, headache type crap, only to come back and get denied. Do you know why I got denied? Because I had a medical bill in collections that I didn't even know about. Do you know how much that bill was? That bill that cost me a new house? $144. $144 that I could have at the time easily paid. And I did once I learned it existed. But a $144 medical debt that had slipped through the cracks, gone to collections, prevented me from getting approved for a loan to purchase a new home. So I couldn't. That was the situation I was in just a year ago. Over $144. This is one of the reasons medical debt does need to be abolished. These credit reporting agencies are destroying people's lives because of medical debt. Many years ago, by the way, medical debt was in fact not included in credit reports. That all changed, of course, with George W. Bush. But prior to that, if you had medical debt, which was nowhere near what it is today, it wasn't reported. So it wouldn't prevent you from being able to buy the new car or buy the new house. Or in some instances, get a job where they require you to go through a credit check for some reason. But medical debt is a massive problem here in the United States. It is destroying the lives of tens of millions of people, actually, based on the numbers, over 100 million people. And there's no end in sight. There's no relief in sight. And that, of course, is the biggest problem of all. People are having their lives destroyed because they got sick, because they needed a surgery, because something happened to them beyond their control. You tell me where that's fair. You tell me where that makes sense. And that is exactly what Bernie Sanders is telling us again right now. And he's been telling us this for decades. Medical debt has to go. Because if we cannot do that, millions of people are going to continue to have their lives destroyed due to something that happened to them beyond their control. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.